Hello and welcome to the Living Card Gamer. We just got some very exciting news about a new hero and modular set being released for Marvel Champions in May, Nova. In this video, we're going to go over what we know about the new cards and what I think about them. So let's take a look. Nova, aka Sam Alexander, not Richard Rider, is a champion that travels through space using his helmet and that gives him access to the Nova Force. This helmet grants him superhuman strength, flight, telekinesis, and many other awesome abilities. So let's take a look at what this means for Marvel Champions. Sam Alexander is a civilian with 10 hit points and a hand size of 6, which is pretty standard. He also has the ability to go find a supernova helmet. It costs 1 resource to add it to your hand, or 1 wild resource to put it directly into play. This is an easy first turn that I'm always going to be taking. So let's talk about the supernova helmet. This 1-cost upgrade gives Nova the aerial trait and generates a wild resource. This is an awesome card. Resource generation on the table in turn 1 is a great start. I can already feel that Nova's going to be an epic hero. Speaking of Nova the hero, he's a champion with 1 thwart, 1 attack, and 2 defense with a hand size of 5. Which isn't the most exciting stat line I've seen, but his ability states that after you use one of Nova's basic powers, you get to ready the supernova helmet. Combine this with cards like Justice Served, Desperate Defense, Battle Fury, or any other card that readies your hero, and you've got a money-making machine on your hands. Let's dive into what we know about his hero kit. His signature ally is someone we are all familiar with, Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel is a 3-cost ally with a 1/1/3 stat line. Nothing to write home about, but spoiler alert, we're not going to be using her to thwart or attack due to her ability. So as a hero response, after playing an event, you can exhaust and deal damage to her to return that event to your hand. This is very similar to the hero ability and will set up some interesting combos for Nova. We also got a preview of some of his hero-specific cards. 2 of these cards are very similar, Lightspeed Flight and Potshot. Both of these cards cost 2 resources but have the text on them that states when you can double the number of wild resources generated when paying for them. Lightspeed Flight is a thwart action that removes 3 threat from a scheme, and Potshot deals 4 damage to an enemy. Because Supernova Helmet generates a wild resource, you can easily pay for either of these. Twice even, because after you attack or thwart on your turn, you get to ready the helmet and pay for a second one. Or even bring back the one you just played back into your hand with Ms. Marvel and play it twice. The combos are going to go wild. Up next, we have Unleash the Nova Force, which is a 1-cost event that allows Nova to ready each time he defeats an enemy or removes the last threat from a scheme. Super exciting for the versatility of this card and how many resources we're going to be able to generate with this super helmet. The last hero-specific card we know about so far is Connection to the World Mind. This is a resource card that generates 1 wild resource. Even more ways to pay for Lightspeed Flight and Potshot. But what's really awesome about this card is it doesn't count towards our hand size, so it's a free resource in your hand. All of these cards are going to allow players to play a lot of events, remove villain attachments, and perform so many awesome combos. If you can't tell, I'm pretty excited for this hero. So Nova's PreCon will be Aggression, and adds a lot of new options for him as well as existing heroes. Let's take a look at what some of the cards were that were revealed. The Locust. This is a new ally that can only be played if you have the champion trait. Currently this is limited to Ms. Marvel and 2 upcoming heroes, Nova and the Miles Morales Spider-Man from the Sinister 6 box. But I assume we're going to see more here in the very near future. This 2-cost ally allows players to go grab an aggression event from their discard pile after entering play. This adds so much flexibility to grab what you need for whatever situation you're in. Love the 2 costs as well. Next up, we have Pitchback. This card looks awesome. A 1-cost card that deals 4 damage. There is a little bit of setup needed here, but I'm really excited to see more cards for aerial heroes. I'm most excited to try this out in a minion killing Valkyrie deck. 1x1. This 1-cost attack is similar to Dropkick. It deals 2 damage to an enemy, and if it defeats that enemy, it deals 2 damage to an enemy. This card will make it into my decks when I'm going up against minion-heavy scenarios, or when I'm playing Ms. Marvel Aggression. Combine this with a Megan, and you've got a huge damage card for a very little cost. Ms. Marvel is really getting some boosts here. No Quarter. Now this is an interesting card. 2 cost and requiring a physical resource for 4 damage is a bit more than I typically like to play. However, if you deal excess damage to an enemy, you get to discard cards from the top of your deck and add each red card discarded to your hand. Combine this with cards like Follow Through, and this could actually make you some money. This could be a situational card, but won't make it into all of my decks, but I'm pretty sure there are some fun plays out there. Finally, the last aggression card we are looking at today, Fluid Motion. This 1 cost aggression upgrade featuring Miles Morales is going to be something that's going to be fun to build around. So after you play an attack event, your hero gets +1 attack until the end of the phase. Couple things to note, this is not limited to 1 per player, so if you have 3 attack events in your hand, then your hero is now sitting at a +3 attack. Combine that with Godslayer, Combat Training, you're now swinging for +6. That'd be epic to pull off. Also, I just have to note how awesome this is going to be in a Quicksilver deck. Bumping his attack up and seeing how many times he can be readied, this card is going to massively increase his damage output. We also get a new basic resource card, Everyday Hero. This card generates a wild resource, which is great for Nova, and states that if you have the civilian trait, it can be used to pay for any player's card. And if you do, you get to heal 1 damage from that player. This may be hard to pull off, especially since Nova is the only civilian we currently have, but still, a wild resource for him is a nice consolation prize, even if you can't trigger that effect. So that's Nova, the newest hero for Marvel Champions. But since FFG loves us so much, they're cramming even more into this pack. That's right, we're getting another modular encounter set, Armadillo. This is a crazy strong minion that's able to hold any number of tough status cards, and he gets 1 every single time he activates. He's going to be a pain in the butt to take down, especially with cards that boost him like Rollin' Rough and Tough It Out. There's so much exciting content in this release. New life is being breathed into old heroes and more archetypes are being formed. Nova is a hero I'm very much looking forward to. So what are your thoughts on Nova? Will he be a hero you're picking up? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and happy gaming.